Hey, Joe from Boulet's Garage. Lots of good videos out there on how to replace a rear ABS sensor in a Honda CRV. I'm going to give you the New England version of how to replace one of these sensors, and it just doesn't come out with your fingers. Hold on. So here's the new sensor I have to install on this 2019 CRV. I'm going with the standard ALS 3134. I gave the customer the choice to use a OEM Honda one, but it was quite a bit more money. I gave them the choice. So I have not had a problem with these yet. I replaced one of these in the Civic, similar to this. You get the whole harness with it. And right here where this sensor goes in, they don't give any leeway for that. And corrosion forms around that aluminum knuckle, and it makes it impossible to get it out. Now I got the bolt out of it. I can get it to move back and forth, but it's deceiving. It's actually moving on the rubber part of the harness. And what I'm going to have to do is snip this off of here and drill it out. And I want to share that with you because if you live in New England and you're going to attempt to do one of these, you can almost guarantee it's going to seize in there. This CRV only has 39,000 miles on it. So I just want you to be careful if you're going to approach this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and measure the outside diameter of this one and determine what size drill bit I need. But I am going to try and spend a little more time in trying to work it back and forth if I can. So if you can see the sensor, I have the bolt out of it. And you see that move like that, but the harness isn't moving with it. That means that sensor is stuck right in that aluminum block. So I'm going to have to basically bastardize that, get it so where I can drill that old sensor out, and we'll take it from there. Okay, folks, I had to cut that old sensor out of there. That's what I got left right there. So I got to basically get a drill bit. It's going to match that diameter, and I have to put a drill stop on it for that length, and start with a small drill bit and work my way up. And I'm going to try and get that all out of there best I can, and we'll see what happens from there. All right, as you can see, I got my first pilot hole drill pretty much in the center there, and I'm going to continue on with a bigger size drill bit. I did take my drill, by the way. I made a drill stop for it, as you can see. Okay, so with my drill stop, as you see here, is just a piece of black tape. I basically measured the length of the new sensor, and what I ended up doing, if I can get my camera to, all right, so here's the piece I drilled out. Now I drilled it just a little bit smaller. So what was left of that sensor, I didn't go all the way down. So I think the next time I do one of these, I actually didn't go all the way down because by accident. But I think next time what I'm going to do is stop short of this part right here, the end of it. That way, I won't risk having that fall totally down in there. So in all actuality, what happened here was that when I drilled like that, I was able to get it to spin, and I got a pair of, actually no, I used this scribe right here, and I got it on the edge of it, and I pried it. I'll kind of show you. So I had it in here, and I got this nice sharp scribe in there, and I got onto the edge of it, and I pried it and pried it and pried it, and I went back and forth with it, and I got it right out. So I might go into that, clean it up a little bit more. Actually, it's pretty smooth in there. The Civic I just did recently was really corroded badly. So I am going to put some Sil Glide on that, so if I have to replace the other one, it'll come out, well, easier for the next person if it's still on the road by then. But, this one failed at 39,000 miles, which is kind of odd. All right, so I'm going to get the rest of this harness out. By the way, with the sensor, you get the whole harness, as I showed you before, kind of. I'm going to get this old sensor out, and then I'm going to get the new one in there, and we should be good to go. Okay, so I got the sensor about ready to come out, and I thought it'd be polite of me to show you what you're going to get involved with if you try and do this. So I'm going to take that bolt off right there, this one, and you got to pull the clips back on this big cover to access this connector. Pretty easy to get at. Take some rust penetrant and spray it on those little clips. See them on the floor there. That way they'll pop out for you. I actually broke a couple of them. I just got to replace them. But anyway, I just thought I'd show you that end of it real quickly. And I'll see you in a few minutes or a few seconds, however you want to put it. All right, so I got my new harness all ready to go in there with my new sensor. And there's still a fair amount of corrosion in there, right in there. I don't know if you can see it. So I'm going to take my little tapered file and go in there a little bit. This new sensor has, well, even the old sensor, but they got little lines. See if I can get a focus in on here. So little lines on the edge of it. Might need to smooth those out a little bit. See them right there? It might allow it to accept in there a little bit better, but they're raised portions. I know why they put them in there, but I'm not sure if they're totally necessary or not. But I'm going to start by taking my little file and get the rest of that corrosion out there and blow it out with compressed air afterwards. All right, so I got my new harness all ready to go in there with my new sensor, and there's still a fair amount of corrosion in there, right in there. I don't know if you can see it. So I'm going to take my little tapered file and go in there a little bit. This new sensor has, well, even the old sensor, but they got little lines. See if I can get a focus in on here. So little lines on the edge of it. Might need to smooth those out a little bit. See them right there? It might allow it to accept in there a little bit better, but they're raised portions. I know why they put them in there, but I'm not sure if they're totally necessary or not. But I'm going to start by taking my little file and get the rest of that corrosion out there and blow it out with compressed air afterwards. All right, so I took my little rat tail file and I got it in there. I got some Sil Glide on that. I already pre-tested it. It's going to go in there just fine. So yeah, if you folks, sorry about that. If you folks plan on taking on one of these, and you live in New England, just be aware that it might not be as easy as some of the videos you see out there. So all you gotta do is put the bolt back in there, hook up the parking brake harness, and we should be good to go. Oh, we got to put the wheel back on, of course. That would be foolish. All right, so I got this whole ABS sensor harness replaced in this 2019 Honda CRV. As I said before, I went with a standard, which has been around for a long time. ALS 3134. This is right rear. They are side specific, so you want to pay attention to that when you order one. So it should be your choice whether you want to put aftermarket parts in or OEM. OEM's usually the best way to go, but I leave it up to my customer, give them a choice. So be careful when you go into any ABS sensor replacement, especially here in the Northeast. If you have an aluminum knuckle, pull that nut off, the bolt out. Make sure you can get it to move before you do it, because you're gonna be getting yourself into something you probably don't want to if you don't have experience with it. So hey, if this video has thrown caution your way and has helped you out in any way, give me a like. And if you'd like to subscribe, that'd be even better. Drive safe. Be nice. Have a good day.